Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more of a lifestyle type video, which I enjoy filming, so I hope that you guys enjoy watching. Today's video is focused on organizing, which is something that I love to do. There's nothing better than organizing and decluttering your work or living space. Having a clean and decluttered work or living space does so much for your productivity and your overall energy. It makes such a big difference. So I hope that this video encourages and motivates you to tackle that pile of crap in the corner or that cupboard and improve the overall energy of your work or living space. I'll leave everything in the description box below, so if you find something that you want to try out, definitely check down below. Yeah, let's get started. So one of the first things that I wanted to tackle was this shelf in my closet. This shelf contained handbags and wallets of different sizes. The shelf itself doesn't quite hold a lot, so I had to figure out a way to organize all of these different size bags and utilize the small space that I was working with. I was finding that because of these bags sat on the shelf and were just all over the place, I wasn't able to really see what I had. So I wasn't really making use of the items that I had purchased. I really wanted to figure out a way to display these bags neatly so that I was able to see exactly what I had and I was able to make use of them. So this simple yet very sturdy rack holds about 8 bags, give or take. If you have smaller bags, obviously you can fit a little bit more than 8. It's a great way to display and store your items. I placed the rack on the shelf. I ended up stacking different size wallets and bags in between the little plate slots. And I decided to organize them going from large to small. That way everything was displayed really nicely and I could see all of the bags that I was working with. Another thing that was really nice about this rack is that it wasn't that large, and so it fit perfectly on the shelf that I have in my closet. And again, it's just a fantastic way to display bags that you have so that you're more inclined to use what you have instead of going off and purchasing additional bags that you just may not really need. Another area that I really needed to target was the shelf that I kept all of my scarves. So I have a ton of small and large scarves that I picked up throughout the year. Some of them are warm weather scarves and the other are cooler weather scarves. And I find myself just not even going towards that area because it was so cluttered and I had no interest in dealing with a heaping mess of scarves. So I ended up going to Target and picking up this scarf holder. It's super easy to use. You just feed your scarves through the rings. So I found it really helpful to organize the scarves by placing some of the cooler weather scarves towards the bottom and then stacking the warm weather scarves, which are a little bit thinner towards the top. That way I can really see every single scarf that I'm working with. The scarves are being displayed neatly without getting covered up by some of the bulkier warm weather scarves that I have. The last closet organizing tip that I have for you guys includes a hanger and some tall boots. I really needed a way to display some of the tall boots that I have that I love to wear in the fall and winter months. I used to store them on the floor of my closet, which I found to be not the most effective way of storing them. They gather dust. The top of the boots crease, which I really don't want to happen. So I found this really great way to display them while maintaining the structure of the boot at the same time. You'll need some pant hangers for this and a few inexpensive cotton rounds. Now you'll need the cotton rounds to create a soft barrier between the boot itself and the plastic clip. I like to place the cotton rounds in between my boot top and the plastic clip. This way you avoid indenting the boots depending on how tight the clips actually are. I fold them over the side of the edge of the boot and then I place the clip over that round. So you're going to repeat this with the other boot and then you just hang your boots on a low bar in your closet or in your room. One of the areas that I really needed to declutter was my spice cabinet. The first thing that I'd recommend doing is going through your cabinet and purging any items that you haven't used in a while or maybe expired. This will make decluttering and organizing the space much easier. I really wanted to consolidate some of the loose spices that I had hanging around, and I wanted all of the spices to just look really organized and uniformed. I was looking for some spice jars and I found these on Amazon. They're super durable, they have great quality, and the best part is that they're super affordable. So I picked these up. They're a set of 12, and then I also picked up an expandable shelf that I'm actually going to stack the spices on so that I'm able to see all the spices that I have. I began the process by thinking about which spices I used on the regular and I wanted in these jars. So after I decided that, I just ended up transferring the loose spices into the glass jars, popping the top back on, and screwing on the aluminum top. The jars did come with labels, and in order to keep kind of the clean and neat aesthetic, I ended up taking the labels and placing them on the bottom of the container. I continue the same process with all of my loose spices until all of my jars are filled. And a quick hack that I'm using in this step is to snip the corner of the plastic bag. And that way it creates a natural funnel to pour the spices into the jar without getting them everywhere. Here's another quick hack on how to get loose powders and spices into smaller containers without making a huge mess. So you'll need a simple coffee filter, and you're going to fold that in half, bring the ends together to form a funnel, and then snip the end of the funnel to meet the size of the container's opening that you're trying to pour your items into. From there, you just pour your spices into the funnel and shake it up a bit until all of the spices are in the jar neatly and without any waste. Once all of my spices have been transferred into the glass jars, I stack them onto the spice shelf, placing frequently used spices toward the front and less frequently used spices towards the back. It's really amazing how just taking a few minutes to declutter and organize can make such a huge difference in your cabinets and your kitchen space. Lastly, this next organizing tip is for your collection of pots, pans, and lids. I think most of us have a cabinet or shelf full of different size pots, pans, and lids with absolutely no coordination behind them. I needed to find a method of organizing my pots and pans in a way where they were easily accessible and quickly matchable with the right size lid. So I ordered this adjustable pot and lid holder from Amazon, of course. It's very simple to put together. It comes with prongs that you insert into the base, and once you've adjusted the prongs to the size of your pans, you just slide the pans in between the prongs. So I organized the pans and lids moving from large to small so that I could easily match them if I needed to. Because unfortunately the holder isn't quite large enough for my larger pots, I decided to stack them from large to small, and then I set them on the shelf so that they're easily accessible and all in one place. That concludes my organizing tips and tricks video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope that it motivates you to tackle any space that desperately needs cleaning and organizing. I know that I get encouraged when I watch videos like this. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and leave me some love in the comment section below. And if you're new to my channel, I make videos every week, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.